Tupelo's new fire chief is settling into his new role and visiting with firefighters, city leaders, and senior staff.
As Ali Martin reports, for the new chief, taking the job in Tupelo is a homecoming.
Tupelo Fire Chief Kelly Elliott spent part of his Tuesday morning talking with firefighters and checking the trucks at Station 1.
At 175.
Okay. Chief Elliott has been on the job 1 week, but he worked at the Tupelo Fire Department in the mid-1990s after he started his career in the fire service in the Air Force. Chief Elliott says when he left Tupelo in 1998 for an instructor's position at the Fire Academy in Pearl, he set a goal of one day returning to Tupelo as chief.
Here, under the previous fire chief and deputy chief, they had came through the State Fire Academy as instructors, and I had kind of saw the route they had taken and knew that if I wanted to pursue that, that would be one of the ways that I could fulfill those dreams of becoming a fire chief one day and maybe coming back here to this department to be the fire chief.
Chief Elliott and his wife are from Pontotoc, so getting the job in Tupelo is a sort of homecoming for them. The chief says he is talking with firefighters, senior staff, and other partners to get an assessment of the fire department and set goals going forward.
The goals are going to be to assess the major programs of the fire department, see where we have some weaknesses, if there are any. And, you know, I mean, obviously there's a lot of strengths here, but I think you always want to kind of firm up those weaknesses and just make sure that we're taking care of business the way that we need to take care of. And, you know, in doing that, part of that is looking at the major programs, but it's also looking at how we take care of our people and their training levels.
Chief Elliott says his experience working with the federal government and for municipalities gives him a unique perspective for his new role as Tupelo's fire chief.
I think a lot of the benefit is just in the exposure I've had, you know, when working with different organizations or different entities, whether it be at the local or state, federal level, military level. Just getting to be a part of all those organizations and how they tie in together, and that experience bringing it back here is just some of the exposure sometimes you don't get if you've always been with the same location.
Chief Elliott served as the federal fire chief for the Mississippi Air National Guard's 172nd Airlift Wing before taking the job in Tupelo. Ali Martin, WCBI News.
Chief Elliott replaces Thomas Walker, who retired last year.